Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a big show lined up for you. Let's get right on into it. All right, this is not going to take long to get into. Josh Heupel got his big pay extension, and we knew this was coming. It was only a matter of time, and now I don't think we have to worry about Josh Heupel going anywhere, but let's pull up this screen. Yep, Vols give Heupel a huge raise, and they showed him the money.
Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money! Show me the money!
Look, this needed to be done. It had to be done. That's just all there is to it. You can't let a guy be sitting there at $5 million a year and he's just come off 11-2 and he's taken you from one of the worst offenses in the country to one of the best in 24 months. He actually did it in 12 months. Jeremy Pruitt left him with very little in the cupboard, and he somehow took what Jeremy couldn't use on offense and turned it into the #1 offense in the country, which is quite shocking. But he's done that everywhere he's been. It's what Josh Heupel does. A little bit later in this video, I'll show you exactly what he's done everywhere. But here's the details of the contract. He was making $5 million a year, and he actually had gotten a $1 million a year raise after the first year, and now they pushed him up to $9 million a year, which there's still 4 guys making more money than him in the SEC. He's number 5 in the conference. Of course, you know, we finished 6th nationally. We beat Alabama, Florida, LSU, Pittsburgh, Kentucky, and then beat Clemson in the Orange Bowl with our backup quarterback. Last time they won 11 games was 2001. Should have won the national championship that year. I think we lost to LSU in the SEC championship because we fumbled it so much. And Danny White, who had brought in Josh Heupel, said the results over Josh's first 2 seasons speak for themselves. He and his staff have energized both our football program and our fan base with an aggressive brand of football, competitive culture, etc. Raised the bar. Josh says it's been fun to crash the party, but as Josh said, our Orange Bowl triumph, the best is yet to come. The best is coming. Got extended by 1 year from 2028 to 2029. This is an important note here. We're probably going to have to come up with extra money because when he wins a national championship, instead of getting $500,000, he's going to get $1 million bump. So that'll push him up to $10 million. Of course, his first deal started him at $4 million was his base. So he's more than doubled his pay in 24 months. And here it talks about Jeremy Pruitt and the previous staff, etc. Man, was that a mess. 30 players transferred. 30. And 5 of them were our best starters. Okay, we lost 2 of our linebackers, which were excellent linebackers. One went to Alabama, one went to Michigan State. We lost our 2 best running backs. One went to Oklahoma, one went to North Carolina, where they wore out. We lost one of our best offensive linemen, a 5-star. So it was a total debacle. He comes in, we've got one of the worst offenses in the country, and he bumps it up to number 7 in the country like that. Yeah, we were averaging about 21 points a game, and then he came in and pushed it up to 39, which made us 7th in the country. And then this year, he pushed it up to 46.1, which made us the #1 offense in the country in the SEC. You know how hard it is to have the #1 offense in the country in the SEC when you're going up against defenses like Alabama, Georgia, LSU, Kentucky, all down the line? When you got a great offense, though, it performs against great college teams. I mean, it's kind of shocking, really. And, of course, there's folks out there saying, oh, he runs this gimmick offense, gimmick, gimmick, gimmick. They're so full of crap. They wouldn't know a great offense if it came up and smacked them in the face. And it did for 2 years straight for a lot of those teams. When you look at this, Heupel's time at Missouri, Missouri had the next to last worst offense in the country when he came in as offensive coordinator. His first season there, they averaged 500 yards per game and became 13th. Then 2017 went to 8th, 7.2 yards per play. So he absolutely wore out in the SEC for 2 years. Then he got a head coaching job at UCF, where they finished 4th, 2nd, and 2nd in the country in total offense. So he's only done it 7 years in a row. 2 years at Missouri, 3 at UCF, and then 2 at Tennessee. That sounds like a fluke or a gimmick, 7 years in a row. See, that's what's called copium. See, when you can't really cope with what somebody's doing to you and their offense comes in and scores 40 or 50 points on your team, you have to cope. So you take copium and you call it a gimmick or you call it, a fluke or whatever, because that makes you feel better so you can sleep at night rather than just facing the reality of he's kicking your butt, which is probably what would be better for them if they just accept that and then try to figure out a way to emulate it because their offenses are no good. So I probably shouldn't say that. I don't give them any hints. You folks just keep coping out there. All you little other teams, don't try to change anything. You've got it figured out. Just keep doing what you're doing. It'll all work out in the end, and Tennessee's offense will fall apart. I don't think Nico is going to be any good at all, and certainly not Joe Milton or any of these wide receivers. It's probably going to all go away this year, and we'll finish like 50th in the country or 60th in offense. And, flukes don't last more than 7 years. All right, folks, just wanted to cover that real quick. I was actually working on another show and had it ready to go, and then boom, this announcement came out, and we've been waiting on this for about a month or two, and I'm glad that it's taken care of. He's the 5th highest paid coach in the SEC now. I believe Saban, Jimbo, Kirby, and the LSU coach make more, and then he's making about the same as Kiffin and Kentucky's Mike. Is it Mark Stoops or Mike Stoops? I can't ever remember. It's one of them Stoops boys. Anyway, but I think that's a well-deserved raise. Now we don't have to worry about somebody coming in and stealing it away from us. It's going to be real difficult with that amount of money. They'd have to really offer him something stupid, and I don't think they're going to do that anyway. So I'm pretty pleased about it. If you like this content, be sure to hit that button right here on my left. A lot of you folks watch my program. You don't hit that button. Just boom, costs you nothing, helps me. I would appreciate it. And right here is my most recent video. Check that out. It was fun to do. I think you'll get a good kick out of it. Anyway, hope you did like the content. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.